Hello, this is Money and Business Solutions, increasing resources, multiplying wealth, and advancing development. I am Lady Glow, and today I am joined with Mr. Emmanuel Dankwa. He is a financial economist and the CEO of InvestCap the Africa and InvestCap Global Analytics. He is here to tell us about assessing credits in business. Hello, Mr. Emmanuel Dankwa. Good to have you here.
Oh, good to be here also.
Today we're talking about assessing credits in business. What is credit in this regard?
Oh, okay. So we are looking at how as a business person get to a point where you need some assistance, right? You need some injection into your business, right? So your ability to be able to assess that funding, that injection into your business, right? Okay. So that's what you are looking
at. To keep it running.
Yeah, to keep it running.
So at what point will one need to get credit?
Okay. Yes. As for credit, when you leave it open, everybody may want to access credit, may want to take up a facility, a loan, one way or the other. However, if you don't take it right, if you don't take it at a time when it is right, you may endanger your business, right? So as a business person, the best time to actually access a credit to take a loan, here I'm talking about credit from a financial institution.
Okay.
That's as well my loan. That is what I'm talking about. It's a time where your business is in the position to be able to repay the loan, right?
It's at a time where your business is in the position to repay,
to be able to repay. So when you are going for a business loan or a credit, at that point that business should be in the position. Not that the loan is going to put you in the position to be able to pay. Yeah. Right? So the time that you want to take the facility, right, you should be in the position to be able to repay the facility or the loan. Right? So when you are not, or the business is not in that position, your business is not generating enough cash flow, the business is not generating enough revenue, right? Then you will not be in a good position to take up that facility. Because one of the things that a financial institution look at is your cash flow, right? Okay. That is what we use to actually determine your capacity and your ability to repay the facility or whatever amount that you are requesting for.
So it is obviously like you're talking from the perspective of a financial institution.
Yes, that is.
That is, you need your business needs to stand in the position that it can repay.
Yes.
What about at a point whereby your business is collapsing or you are starting a company? These are some of the situations where you can also demand credit. What about that?
Okay. So when you are starting a business, let's say you have an idea, a very nice idea, very beautiful idea. In your mind, you think, oh, that business is going to fly. You're going to make millions of Ghana cedis or dollars from that idea. And for that matter, you want to take a loan, right, to start that business. But I will say that it is actually a wrong move.
It's actually a wrong
move, yes, to take a loan, especially from a financial institution to start a business. Because especially in our part of the country, right? Whereas most of the financial institutions will not have that patience for you to be able to, generate or build out a cash flow or generate income to be able to pay the loan. When they give the facility to you or the loan to you, some of them, they give you 1 week, 2 weeks, or even 1 month, they start collecting the money. But as a new startup or a new business, it might take time for you to be able to, make a good revenue that will be able to probably have a space to be able to absorb any loan repayment. Well, some business might take up to even some about 5 years even to break even.
Yes.
Yes. So let's say you started a business and then you are not breaking even. how much more will we be able to repay a facility or a loan?
Yes.
Right. So to actually take a loan to start a business, I don't actually encourage. Yeah, I don't encourage.
So starters as well, those who are starting a business, you don't advise that they take loan?
Yes, I don't. So once you have an idea, want to start a business, right, it is better try starting with your personal savings. Because
if you don't have a personal savings, like what do you do?
If you don't have a personal savings, you can look at let's say family and friends, people that will trust you, that probably they will not give you that pressure. They will have that patience for you to be able to scale up, to be able to build your business. Because sometimes you start a business, it takes time to build up customers. Right.
Exactly.
So you need that patience, which most of the financial institutions would not have that patience for you, but you need that patience. So friends, family members, because they know you, they'll be more comfortable and they can give you that money and be patient with you. And when your business, stand on its feet, get in the position, then you'll be able to prepay. And one of the things I encourage that you start with your personal savings is that sometimes it might get to a point, yes, that the business might have some challenges. So if it's your own money and even you lose the money, you only cry in your
exactly
in your bedroom.
You don't owe anyone.
Yes. But if it is somebody's money and if you used to start that business,
yes,
and the business probably or the business didn't go the way you expect, the pressure alone.
Yeah.
Right. So that is why we always encourage that you don't go for a loan to start a business.
Wow. This is hard to take actually, because that is the problem for most people, especially starters that wants to start up their business. Maybe they might not have the savings or even support from family and friends, and they are seeking to take loan from the financial institution. As a financial institution personnel, what are some of the things that you are doing to help such people?
So we continue to give them advices, and then what we encourage them to do is to also form some partnerships to pull up those resources together. Probably your own resource, you might not have all the resources that you need to be able to start that business, but you can collaborate with a friend, then you contribute small, then you can start up. And I think you also don't need to wait or look at starting big. You can start small and grow. Right. So it is better you form that synergy, right, and then you start small and then grow. But an option for a loan, I think that should be out. I know most people, once they have an idea, the next thing is
they go for it.
They want to go for a loan, and some of them won't say the truth. Yeah, so
they don't say the truth.
Yes, especially when they are coming for a facility, some of them might not. They might want someone to take the loan for them. They might not be able to. They might not say the truth until the loan goes bad. They get it. So, as a young person or whoever you want to start a business, not to look at loan as an option, a first option to start a business.
Okay, so as a starter, you shouldn't look at loan to start a business. You should consider the help of family and friends. But after your business has gained roots and in the position that it can pay back, that is where you can qualify to take a credit from the financial institution. So, Mr. Dankwa, in an instance whereby a company or a business person qualifies to take credits from the financial institution, what are some of the things the financial institution will look out for in this person?
Okay. If it's a business, right? So we look at the business, we look at the cash flow of the business, right? Then we will also look at the managers of the business, the owners of the business, their character. We look at your cash flow, we look at your character, we look at your collateral, right? And then we also look at your history.
Your history.
Your credit history.
Okay.
That if you've taken a loan before, we want to understand how was your history, how did you pay? There are people who will take a loan from Bank A or a financial institution A, and then they won't pay well, and then they'll run away to financial institution B for another loan, thinking, financial institution A, B will not see whatever happened in financial institution A. There's actually now, we have a credit referencing bureau where we're able to see all the histories of anybody that was taking a loan from any financial institution in Ghana. Be able to track your history, when you were supposed to pay, where you at the time that you paid. If you're in arrears, you're able to see if if it took you time, you struggled in the repayment, we can see all. So it gives us information about who you are in terms of your character. So
you can't lie to the financial institution now, because
as for lying, you can lie, but you will also see that your credit history will see.
Okay, yes. So I'm talking about the credit history. You can't lie about it because the details are there.
Yeah, and it is actually mandatory that every credit let's say proposal or the package, you need to attach that the reference bureau, that report, you need to attach it to before that credit is approved. So it is actually mandatory.
Okay, so let's talk about you qualifying for all these things, and then the financial institution has given you the loan, knowing that your business stands in the right position to repay back, yet it didn't go on well as expected. What do?
You still pay.
How do you force this person to pay?
Because the money that the financial institution is giving to you is not free money. It is actually, the money is actually not for the financial institution.
Yes.
That money is for customers. It's for somebody. And definitely that person will come for the money. So once that money has been given to you, let me say, to help you do your business, to inject into your business, right? And it's been structured. There are times that you're supposed to pay. When it's time for you to pay, you pay. So the person who gave the money to the financial institution wants to come for them, or is coming for the money, the financial institution will have that money to give to the person. So when it's given to you and then you are not able to pay, it means you are hurting somebody. Do you get it?
So you're hurting who?
Yes, it means you are hurting the person who gave the money to the financial institution, and you are hurting the financial institution also.
Well, business comes with unfortunate instances, so I believe it is also risk taken. And just as the financial institution has taken the risk to give the money to this person, believing that the business will go on well to repay, and yet it didn't go on well as expected, and this person is not able to pay. Don't you have any measures taking place for maybe time or patience, or giving extra time, because that wasn't the deal, but it turned differently?
Okay. Once you express interest, right, taking a facility from any financial institution, the first thing the financial institution, now let me say, the financial institution begin to see you, or begin to see the risks that is associated to you and your business.
Okay.
And what the financial institution will tend to do is try to mitigate all those risks.
Okay.
Do you get it? So through the assessment, the financial institution will try to mitigate all the possible risks.
Yes.
Though it will not be able to eradicate all the risks, but it will try to mitigate all the possible risks that that financial may foresee. Right. So there are instances where you could be asked to take an insurance, right, to cover up maybe a collateral that maybe you are using. So in case that collateral, maybe there's a problem or there's fire, there is damage, the insurance company can step in.
So when one is unable to pay, the financial institution suggests insurance.
No, insurance don't pay default. Don't pay your loan for you.
Okay.
Insurance only comes in when there is a damage of probably a property, or let me say.
If I know those insurance companies.
Yes, what you have insured.
Yes, it could be life and.
Yes, so when there's that damage, right. So let's say you take a life insurance. So some of the financial institutions, we have insurance as part of the package. So once you take a loan, you also pay for insurance, and that insurance is on your life. So in event where you take the facility and in the process of repaying, the person passes on, right? The insurance company pays the outstanding amount.
Okay.
The amount that the person is yet to pay, the insurance company pays to the financial institution.
Okay.
So that the financial institution won't go to your family.
So you wouldn't want to take the risk?
Yeah, it's a risk that the financial institution is taking. However, it's trying to mitigate those risks. Why is it so? Because that man that is going out is somebody's money, and that man has to be protected, and that money has to come back. Right. So yes, there are times that the business falls into difficulty.
Yeah.
In such situation, it is proper you make the financial institution aware. So when you make them aware and there's a need for them to restructure the facility, extend the time for you to get it, they can also consider it. So that becomes a bit easier for you to be able to.
They have that consideration?
Yes.
But it is not really known, and all we know is their pressure of taking back their money.
Oh, as for the pressure is there, but because you have not taken a step to them and they are not aware of your circumstance.
Wow. So if you've taken a loan and you're unable to pay, you can go to the financial institution and tell them about what is happening. Maybe they can consider you, but I learned it is not guaranteed. Or it is?
No, you see, it is a request. So you make them aware and you put up a request. They also assess the situation for themselves, and then where they find necessary for them to extend time to restructure, they will. There are times, yes, you put up a request and the request might not be accepted because they will do the assessment and then for themselves, and then where they think is necessary.
Okay. Yes. So I think a businessman would be listening to you and would want to know what will cause them not to accept my plea. Yes.
Every financial institution will be happy that you're able to repay whatever facility or make whatever facility that they've given to you. So when they assess your situation and to be feasible for them, and then to also it will help you to be able to repay the loan, I think they might consider, right? However, when they assess the situation, they realize, no, this one, it wouldn't help. They'll look at alternative.
So I want the practical situation. Yes, the practical situation they will assess and determine, no, let me help this person, or I don't think this person qualifies for us to help. What are some of the things they look out for in the business? Okay,
so realize that most of the business loans are secured, or most of the facilities are secured. So when it is secured, it means there is a collateral that is backing that facility.
Okay.
Right. So in event where they realize that, the customer cannot pay, the business is down,
yes,
nothing is coming forth, but there's a collateral that is, backing the facility.
Yes.
The bank will extend.
The
bank will look at the collateral. They will actually foreclose the loan, and then probably try to realize the collateral so that they can have their money back.
Okay, because they are looking at the collateral.
Yeah, that is an event where you cannot pay.
Okay.
Right, you cannot pay because that collateral is actually backing the facility. That in events where you cannot pay, the bank can extend the hand to the collateral and realize to actually defray the cost.
Wow. That's fantastic. So at what point would a financial institution involve a police to arrest a businessman because the person is unable to repay the money?
I think financial institutions, when it gets to that point, they can take a civil action. They can go to court, right? And the court will grant them the order to actually attack. If you have a property, to attack anything that belongs to you in order to be able to get their money back.
Don't you think you're giving pressure to the society to an extent? Some people even commit suicide. And I believe you are aware of that.
Oh, it is not pressure. I don't think it's pressure.
The pressure is too much.
Because, the pressure is, as I said earlier, that man that is being given to, or that is given to, let me say, the customer,
yes,
is also another customer's money. So the customer who has given the deposit to the bank is giving pressure to the bank right, for his or her deposit. So if the bank has also given that deposit to another person as a loan, then the bank also has to extend that same pressure to collect the money. So it can give it to the depositor.
Okay.
So that is how it is. And that is the business.
Okay, so you take pressure from someone and then give it to
you extend the pressure so that at the end of the day you're able to balance it.
Well, isn't it like you're applying the principle of robbing Peter to pay Paul?
Not that you don't rob Peter to pay Paul, and I think no bank actually does that. But however, what we do, we take the money from Peter and we give it to Paul. That's why we expect Paul to pay, so that we can give it back to Peter.
Wow.
So that is what we do.
That's interesting.
Banks or financial institutions, we play intermediary role. We take the money from the surplus unit and we give it to the deficit unit. So that is what we do.
That's fantastic, and I love every point you're making. Even though some might not go in favor of business owners, but I believe you're talking from the perspective of the financial institution, and that is what is there. And so they should comply to it. And if you have ever taken a loan, I believe that this is what you get, and you should be able to comply to the financial institution so that you wouldn't be arrested or be in a critical problem. So I would want to ask, what are some of the elements the financial institution look out for or they value as collateral in dealing with business people?
Oh, okay. So we normally look at the amounts. So the amount involved will determine the kind of collateral that the bank will take, right? So if the amount is small, right, relatively, we look at the collateral that is a bit commensurate to the amount. However, the value of the collateral should be above the amount that the bank is giving you. So they will value the collateral, and then and normally, depending on the kind of collateral, some can do 50% of the collateral, some can do maybe 70, 40%, 30%, depending on the kind of collateral that is involved.
So I'm talking about the elements that equate that value. Is it house, car? What are some of the elements?
Okay, the kind of collateral that we take. Let's say you are taking a facility and probably the amount, let's say 50,000. So 50,000, the bank might not really take up a house to secure a 50,000 facility. Probably they might look at a car, which could be disposed easily, right? But when the amount is high, let's say 100,000, 500,000, 1 million, then we need to have a tangible collateral, or let's say landed property, such as a house, a building, right? That worth more than the amount that you are taking.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So those are the things that probably they may look at in terms of collateral.
So they will look at the collateral that is worth
more than the amount that you are taking. Yes.
But if they have that amount, do you think they would come for that
okay, loan? So the collateral is a property.
Yes.
Right. It is not cash.
Yes.
Right. So that property, yes, you have a property, but you don't have cash. And the bank has the cash. So you use your collateral as a backing, right? And the bank will give you the cash. And the interest of the bank or the financial institution is not about the collateral at all.
Okay.
So the collateral bit only comes in as a last resort. That is after the bank has tried all other means and it's not getting the repayment, it's not getting, let me say, a good response. That is when the bank will look at the collateral.
So that's the last thing that the bank looks out for.
Yes, yeah, and foreclose it.
Okay. So let's come to you again. So as a financial institution, do you organize programs or seminars to educate people on how they can repay their loans? Because sometimes they are ignorant about your payment plan because they are looking at their need and they are coming for the loan. But sometimes there are some policies that they should know. Do you organize some seminars or media education somewhere?
Okay. Yes, every financial institution also provides financial advisory services. So they're supposed to actually educate the customers, right, about their products, the services, the terms and the conditions, right, regarding whatever, be it a loan or even account opening.
So
right. So yes.
I'm coming. So they do person to person.
Yes. Once you request for a facility or a service from a bank, you are assigned a relationship manager, an RM or an RO or a personnel
to educate you,
to actually help you out. Because so that advisory services come in, the person will have to explain to you the products that you want to sign on. So if it's a loan, the credit officer will have to explain the terms and the conditions, everything, and anything you don't understand, you're supposed to ask. So the person should be able to explain everything to you for you to understand. And even the person should explain to you in the language that you understand.
Okay.
So let's say you speak Twi, you don't understand English. The credit officer shouldn't come and then explain things to you in English, right? So the person should be able to explain to you in Twi, the language that you understand.
Okay.
So upon signing on to the product, it is deemed that you have read, or it's been read to you, it's been explained to you, and you have understood it before you sign on.
But in that case, there can also be a mistake of contract whereby the person is not so much like having knowledge about it yet. Because of the interest, the person has just signed, even though you educated.
Yes, I know. Yes, a lot of people do, and probably sign here, sign that.
Yes.
But you see, it is the responsibility of the officer, right? The officer dealing with you, to explain to you. It is also your responsibility to ask and to know before you sign. So anytime you go to a financial institution and you are just signing, at the end of the day,
it will go against you.
It will go against you, because once you are signing, it is deemed that you have read, or it's been read to you, it's been explained to you,
and you've accepted it.
You understand, and you have accepted it.
Aside that, do you organize seminars?
Yes, most of the financial institutions that they do, I think some have been doing webinars, try to educate their customers about their product and the services. And there are also forum and platforms where we keep educating customers. So anything you don't understand, just feel free, walk into any financial institution and ask, and they will gladly explain to you.
Okay, so if you don't have understanding on how to take a loan, just walk into any financial institution and they will gladly explain every details to you so that you know how to go about it and also go about your payment plan as well. So your last words before we go.
Okay, so I would just encourage anyone who wants to take a facility. It's actually not bad taking a facility, but you should know when to take the facility, when you take the loan. And when you take a loan, make every effort to repay, to avoid pressure, to avoid hurting probably the future loan facility, to avoid embarrassment.
Wow, thank you so much for pouring all this wisdom about how to access credit in business. We really appreciate it so much, and I believe my viewers have also learned a lot in accessing credit. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining us on the Money and Business Solutions. We were discussing accessing credit in business. And if you want to take a loan or a credit from a financial institution, your company should stand in a position where it can repay, because the financial institution will not advise a starter to take a loan because you don't qualify. And many more that we have learned, I believe, if you apply these tools, you'll be able to let your business grow and also know how to go about the business plan. So thank you so much for joining us. This is Money and Business Solutions. Do well to follow us on our social media platforms on School and Mind TV, on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. If you need our service, kindly contact the number on your screen. You can as well join us if you want to market your business, or if you have knowledge in business and you would want to share, you can pick the number on the screen and we will give you space to come and share your knowledge to the world. So do well to follow us on our social media platform on School and Mind TV, on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. See you in our next episode. Until then, it's a bye for now.